Hi, it's Pete Barton, the CEO and founder of Ask My Board and the co-creator of the 8-Figure Exits program. Hey, this is going to be a really great tip, and this will make an absolute exponential difference in your business if you do it. I talk about the fact that in our program, we have 9 separate steps or 9 modules, if you will, focused on the 8 things that buyers value most. But I can tell you that this is the one that buyers will value the most. And this is the one that will have literally an exponential impact on the value of your business if you can do this. Everybody's familiar with SaaS businesses. You probably run a bunch of SaaS software in your business today. And the reason that SaaS businesses are valued at a significantly higher multiple than other businesses is because their business is consistent and predictable, what we call CAP. So the more consistent and predictable your business is, the more money you're going to get for your company. And by the way better feeling and confidence you have in your business when you know exactly what's going to come in next week, next month, next quarter. And it all revolves around creating a set of recurring revenue streams, okay? So what we're going to focus on in this tip today is how do you create recurring revenue streams? Now, this is going to be one of the toughest things that you're going to work on in your business. And I can't tell you how many CEOs and founders have told us that there's no way I can create a recurring revenue stream for my industry. And I will call bunk on that because we haven't found a single industry yet that we have not been able to figure out how to create a significant portion of the company coming from recurring revenue streams. You just have to really think about it. And we're going to give you a framework to work through so that you can help think about and create recurring revenue streams in your business. There's nothing more important than this particular tip, okay? And so I'm going to show you the framework you need to work through as you think about your products and your services to your customers and how you can create those recurring revenue streams. So bear with me while I share my screen here, and I'm going to log into our tool. It's part of our 8-Figure Exits program. And we're going to take you through how we would work through a particular exercise with you to figure out what kind of recurring revenue streams you could create. So let's just say you're a services company versus a product. It doesn't really matter. And these are the questions or the frameworks for which you want to view your products and services, either existing or preferably new, or you could carve off a particular set of services for maybe a product or take a service and productize it, and then think through this analysis here. So the first question you want to ask is, do you have access to a large collection of valuable content? Now, this is from a services perspective, not a product perspective, right? So audio recordings, articles, intellectual property, whatever it is, okay? So we're just going to pick yes. Do you have a product or service that is of limited supply of the product service? So in this case, there's pretty much an infinite supply. We can keep creating stuff. If your customer has a question or problem with a product or service, how urgent do they need it? Really, how important is it? Do they need it in hours, minutes, months, years? So it doesn't really matter here whether it's, even if it was days or weeks, how important to the customer is this particular product or service? Okay. Question 4 is, are most of your competitors local or are they out of the area? So in other words, are you focused on a particular geography? Are you global? Is this an online business? What is the geographical dispersion or dimension of your particular business? So we're going to say that we compete in other areas with our competitors because we're basically a global business because we're online. Question 5, and does the benefit, the utility value of the product or service improve as each new customer who buys? So this is called the network effect. So perfect example is LinkedIn, right? So if there's only 2 people on LinkedIn, it has limited value. As more customers get onto LinkedIn or Facebook or any kind of network effect, or Uber, I can pick a lot of examples, does the utility value go up or does it stay the same, right? So in our case, not really sure, so we're going to say it stays the same. Last question is your service something that customers regularly buy, or is this a one-off deal? Now, what you want to be thinking about when you go through this exercise is you can either, again, take an existing product or service and think about Can you make it recurring? Or can you think about carving out a different product or service offering that you can then apply these dimensions to? So in this case, we're going to say customers buy it regularly. And what this is going to generate is the type of subscription model that is relevant for your particular industry. Okay. And in this case, the way that we answer the questions is going to give us some specific subscription models. And what we've done is we've included this PDF about the 9 different subscription models that you could think about for your business and how to think about these dimensions that you could establish for your different companies. So in this case, this is the all-you-can-eat library model. So it's kind of like Udemy, right? The e-learning platform where you pay one price and you get access to the entire library. It's because we have an infinite supply of this particular product. So this is a case of Udemy is a SaaS company. They've got this recurring subscription model. You could think of Netflix. You can think of, Netflix is another perfect one. For one price, you get access to all the library of movies that they have. So there's lots and lots of examples of this all-you-can-eat model. This is one particular subscription model relevant for this exercise. But there's a lot of different subscription models, 9 in this particular PDF, that you can think about in your business. So we hope you found this useful. Please download this 9 subscription model PDF and really think about it for your business. If you want some help on this, this is honestly probably one of the toughest one that our clients kind of think through. But if you really do the work, strategic thinking around this, it is going to provide absolutely the most value to your business than anything else in any of these tips you've got. Now, they're all valuable. This is probably number one. Hope you found this useful, and we'll see you in the next step.